Attraction is a powerful force. It's not logical, it's not always intentional, and sometimes it can't even be controlled. A woman can be in a serious, committed relationship, fully devoted to her partner, yet still find herself drawn to someone else. Maybe it's because of chemistry, maybe it's because of curiosity, or maybe it's because the man in front of her possesses something she deeply craves, but isn't getting from her relationship. But here's the thing, she will never openly admit it. She won't tell you outright that she's feeling a spark. She won't say she's thinking about you even when you're not around. And she certainly won't confess that in certain moments she's wondering what life would be like if she met you before her current partner. Instead, she'll try to hide it. She'll suppress it. She'll convince herself that it's nothing but. No matter how much she tries to fight it, attraction has a way of revealing itself. Maybe it's in the way she looks at you, a lingering glance that lasts just a second too long. Maybe it's in the way she talks to you. Her tone softens her voice, slows down, her words seem just a little too careful, too intentional. Maybe it's in the way she positions herself around you, always nearby, always finding reasons to be in your space, even when she doesn't have to be. And here's where most men go wrong. They either don't notice these signs at all, or they misread them completely. Some men assume she's taken, so she's not interested, and ignore all the signals. She's desperately trying not to show others, confuse casual friendliness with attraction, and make a move that ruins everything. But when you learn to read between the lines, when you understand the psychology of hidden attraction, you'll start seeing things most men never will. You'll never be confused about whether a woman is just being polite, or if there's something deeper going on beneath the surface. You'll know when to step back and when to lean in. You'll start picking up on the little moments, the subtle glances, the almost imperceptible shifts in body language that say everything she won't dare to say out loud. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 undeniable signs that a committed woman is secretly attracted to you. These aren't just random observations. These are psychological cues that most men overlook completely. But once you understand them, you'll never see attraction the same way again. This is STO Extreme, the channel where we focus on self-mastery, confidence, and understanding the deeper psychology of human relationships. If you're ready to sharpen your awareness, decode the signals, and see the truth hidden beneath the surface. Let's get started. Sign number 1. She finds excuses to be around you. Attraction is rarely about what people say. It's about what they do, and when a committed woman feels drawn to you. She might not be able to say it outright, but she'll make sure she's in your presence as often as possible. But here's the key. It won't be obvious. She won't flat out ask to spend time with you. She won't text you late at night saying, "I wish I could see you instead." She'll find ways to be around you, near you, within your orbit, without making it seem intentional. Maybe she starts showing up at places where she knows you'll be. Maybe she volunteers for tasks or projects that put her in direct contact with you. Maybe she suddenly seems to coincidentally take a break at the same time as you. Or she lingers a little longer after an event, waiting for an opportunity to talk. At first, you might think, it's just random, just a coincidence. But when a pattern starts to form, it's not an accident, it's attraction. And here's something even more revealing. Watch how she reacts when she's around you. Does she seem more energized, more engaged, more playful than she is with others? Does she adjust her appearance, fix her hair, or check her reflection when she knows you're near? Does she position herself just close enough so that casual physical contact accidentally happens? These aren't coincidences. They're signs that deep down she's craving your presence. But here's the interesting part. She might not even fully realize she's doing it. Attraction isn't always a conscious decision. Sometimes her emotions will pull her toward you before her mind has even processed what's happening. And that's why your job isn't to call it out. It's to recognize it, to see the moments when she's subtly, almost instinctively gravitating toward you. Because when a woman starts rearranging her world, even in small ways to make sure she's near you, it means you're occupying space in her mind, whether she wants to admit it or not. Sign number 2, her eye contact holds just a little too long. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. And when a woman is secretly attracted to you, especially a woman who's already in a committed relationship, her eyes will betray. Her eye contact is one of the most powerful and unspoken forms of communication. It can be casual, polite, and meaningless, or it can be deep, intimate, and revealing. And when a woman has feelings she's trying to suppress, her gaze becomes a battleground between what she feels and what she thinks she should do. At first glance, she might look at you like she looks at anyone else. Just a quick, ordinary glance, but if she's attracted to you, something will feel different. Her eyes will linger not long enough to be obvious, but just long enough for you to notice she'll look at you. Look away, then look back again, almost as if she can't help herself. Her pupils might dilate slightly, a biological response to deep interest and attraction. And here's where things get really interesting. Watch. What happens when you catch her staring? If she wasn't attracted to you, she'd simply look away, unaffected. But if she is, she might blush, she might smile, or she might even act a little flustered. Some women will try to recover quickly, pretending nothing happened. Others might hold the eye contact just long enough to test the waters to see how you react and pay attention to how her eyes behave in conversation. Does she maintain deep eye contact when you talk, almost like she's locked in? Does she glance at your lips while you're speaking as if she's subconsciously imagining what it would be like to kiss you? Does she seem fully present, fully focused on you even in a crowded room? Eye contact is one of the hardest things. Things to fake a woman might try to hide her feelings through words or actions, but her eyes will always tell the truth. And if she's holding that gaze just a second too long, if she's sneaking glances at you when she thinks you won't notice, you can be sure there's something more going on beneath the surface. Sign number 3, she playfully challenges or teases you when a woman is secretly attracted to you, especially one in a committed relationship. She won't always express it in obvious ways. In fact, sometimes she'll do the exact opposite. Instead of being sweet and flirty, she might challenge you, tease you, or even act a little competitive. Why? Because playful teasing is a safe way to express interest without fully admitting it. It lets her engage with you. Test your confidence and create a sense of connection, all while keeping things plausibly deniable. Maybe she pokes fun at something. You say playfully, rolling her eyes but with a slight smirk. Maybe she challenges you on small things. Oh, you think you're good at that, prove it. Or maybe she gives you a nickname, something teasing, sarcastic, or ironic. But deep down, it's her way of claiming a little bit of you for herself. At first, this might just seem like friendly banter, but pay attention to the energy behind it. Does she tease other guys the same way, or does she single you out? Does her teasing feel light and playful with an underlying sense of excitement? Or is she being distant and uninterested? Because here's the secret, teasing and playful challenges are a form of flirting. It's a way for her to create tension, spark chemistry, and get a reaction out of you. And if she's doing it while in a relationship, it's because deep down she wants to see how you'll respond. And let's not forget, many women are attracted to dominance and confidence. So when she playfully challenges you, she's not just having fun, she's testing you. Will you laugh and play along? Will you fire back with your own witty comeback, or will you get flustered and unsure of how to respond? If you pass a test, if you meet her energy with equal confidence and charm, you'll notice something shift. The teasing might get more personal, more intense, more flirtatious, and over time, those playful little challenges, they might just be her way of saying she's feeling something for you, even if she won't say it out loud. Sign number 4, she shares personal details. She doesn't need to tell you when a woman is in a committed relationship. There's usually a line she won't cross when talking to other men. Especially when it comes to personal details, she might keep conversations light, polite, and surface level. But if she's secretly attracted to you, that line starts to blur. You'll notice that she begins opening up in ways she doesn't need to. She shares thoughts, feelings, and experiences that go beyond casual conversation. And that's not by accident. Attraction isn't just about looks or chemistry. It's about emotional connection. And when a woman starts revealing personal details to you, it means she's letting you into a part of her world that most people don't get to see. Here's what to watch for. She talks about her past childhood memories, old relationships, or experiences that shaped her. She shares her struggles, things that make her vulnerable, things she wouldn't share with just anyone she saw. Confides in you about her current relationship. Maybe she subtly hints at issues with her partner or talks about what she wishes she had. She tells you things that don't serve a purpose. Random thoughts, little moments from her day, or deep insights about how she feels. Things she didn't need to say but wanted to share with you. And here's where things get even more revealing. She remembers what you tell her too. She recalls small details about your life that most people forget. She follows up on things you mentioned in passing. She shows a deeper level of curiosity about who you are, not just what you do, but how you think, how you feel, and what truly matters to you. Why does this matter? Because a woman doesn't invest emotionally in a man unless she feels something. If she's making an effort to connect with you on a deeper level, it's because, whether she realizes it or not, you're occupying space in her mind. And let's be honest, if a woman in a committed relationship starts sharing thoughts, emotions, and secrets with another man, it's a clear sign that something inside her is shifting. She might not have fully processed it yet. She might even tell herself it's just friendly conversation, but deep down she's letting you in. And once a woman starts opening up to you in a way she doesn't, with others it means you're no longer just another person in her life. You're someone special. Sign number 5, her energy changes when you're around attraction. Isn't just something you see, it's something you feel. And one of the most undeniable signs that a committed woman is secretly drawn to you is the way her entire energy shifts. When you enter the room, you've probably noticed it before, how certain people bring out different sides of us. Some make us feel calm, others make us feel tense. And then there are those rare few who seem to ignite something inside us, even if we don't fully understand why. If a woman is secretly attracted to you, her body, her tone, and her presence will all give her away. Watch how she reacts the moment she sees you. Does her posture change? Does she suddenly sit up straighter or fix her appearance? Do her eyes light up, even if, just for a second, does she glance at you, even when she's pretending not to? You're looking for that spark of recognition, the moment of heightened awareness that she can't hide, pay attention to how she moves around. Does she find reasons to be closer, even in a crowded space? Does she shift her body toward you? Even when she's talking to someone else? Does she seem a little more animated, expressive, or engaged when you're nearby? Attraction has a way of pulling people together, even when words aren't spoken. Listen to the way she speaks. Is her voice softer, warmer, or slightly more playful? When she talks to you, does she laugh more easily, even at things that aren't that funny? Does she slow down her speech, letting moments linger just a little longer? A woman in a committed relationship might not allow herself to say what she's feeling, but her energy will always betray her, even if she's trying to act neutral. Even if she tells herself it's nothing, her subconscious will react to your presence before her mind even has time to process it. And here's the biggest giveaway of all her energy comp compared to everyone else's. If she acts the same around you as she does around everyone else, then there's probably nothing there. But if her energy shifts, if you notice even the subtlest change in her demeanor, her focus, her presence, then you're triggering something inside her, something she might not admit, something she might not understand, but something that is absolutely real. Final takeaway, what this really means. Attraction isn't always obvious. Sometimes it doesn't come in the form of grand gestures or direct confessions. Instead, it reveals itself in the small, unspoken moments. The fleeting glances, the subtle shifts in energy, the quiet ways she gravitates toward you without even realizing it. If a committed woman is secretly attracted to you, she may never put it into words. She may not even allow self to fully accept it. But her actions, her presence, her energy, they will tell you everything you need to know when a woman finds excuses to be around you, when her eye contact lingers just a little too long, when she teases and challenges you in a way that feels personal, when she starts opening up and sharing parts of herself she doesn't share with others, and when her entire energy shifts the moment you step into the room. These aren't coincidences. They are signs that deep down, something about you draws her in. But here's the important question. What do you do about it? Now that depends if you feel the attraction too. You need to understand the stakes she's in a committed relationship, which means she's likely feeling conflicted. Maybe she's trying to convince herself that what she's feeling is nothing. Maybe she's testing the waters, seeing how you respond, or maybe she's realizing that there's a part of her that wants something more. Whatever the case, your response matters. Do you acknowledge the tension and let it linger, letting things unfold naturally? Do you maintain your own boundaries, knowing that stepping into the grey area could lead to something complicated? Or do you call it out, whether through subtle playfulness or direct honesty, and see where things go? Attraction is powerful, but it's also a responsibility. The key is recognizing the signals, understanding what they mean, and deciding not just what you want to do, but what you should do. Because sometimes the strongest form of attraction isn't in chasing what's tempting. It's in knowing when to hold your ground, when to respect the situation, and when to let things unfold in their own time. No matter what happens next, one thing is certain: you've left an impression on her, and whether she admits it or not, whether anything happens or not, she feels it. And sometimes that feeling alone is enough to change everything.